social media is getting a bad rep. Things are happening that are not great, but there is a silver lining for business owners. So, today we're going to talk about the benefits of social media marketing for business owners. Yes, social media, it's a tool. I always say it's a tool. In the right hands, it can build homes and change lives. In the wrong hands, it can destroy lives and have a lot of negativity happen in people's lives. But we are here, especially on this channel. I like to bring you information about marketing strategy and branding strategy, how to build your brand. I always say get the plan to build your brand, because that is how you grow your business online. That's where everybody is. Everybody's hanging out online. So today we're going to talk about some of the benefits of social media marketing. I could give you a number. I could say 5, but I might have more than that. I might have more than 5. So I never like to put a number and say, "Hey, I've got 5 and I have more." So we're going to keep this short and sweet today. We're going to talk about the benefits of using social media marketing for your business. What is social media marketing and why do you want to use it for your business? That's all in today's video. Let's get into it. Okay, so if you're new here, you know what's going on. We're talking about marketing, we're talking about branding, we're talking about email marketing, anything and everything that has to do with growing your business online. We got tools, tips, strategy, information, all the things you need to know. So keep it right here. If you're not subscribed, please do so now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment, ask me a question. If you have any questions about marketing strategy and the things you have to know and do and say online to start, grow, build your business, put it down in the comment section below. Also, in the description box below, there'll be more information about other videos you may need to know about, other information that you may need to know and you've missed out. So it'll always be in the description box below. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to get into my notes and talk a little bit about social media marketing. Now, it's not new. Social media is not new. It's been around for a while, over 10 years. But the business aspects, the business tools have been growing steadily for a few years. So when we first started with social media, it was all about taking pictures of your food and taking selfies and look, I'm over here and I'm doing this cool thing. Now we're starting to see, and it's growing. It's growing, this aspect of social media where we're using it for business. A lot of the social media platforms have business sections. Did you know that? Facebook for business, TikTok for business, Instagram for business. Twitter's trying to build up their little business side, but I'm not going to talk about Twitter today. Um, Even Snapchat. Now, Snapchat is not one we talk about a lot, but it has a use if that's your audience. If your audience is using Snapchat, and I'm not saying that you have to use Snapchat, but you might want to look at the business side of it where you can run some ads or create some tools where you'll get in front of that audience and have more followers and turn those people into customers, because that's what social media is for business. We're using it as a tool for revenue, for growth, for sales, to get more dollars in the business bank account. All right. So that's really what the purpose is. Now, I know, and as I said at the top, that social media is getting this bad rap. And there's a bad side, but the good side of it, we're looking at it today for business owners. Use the tool while it's still here, because things are always changing online. Always. So that's what we talk about here on this channel, marketing, social media for business. Okay, for business. I know there's a creator side, the influencer side, but their focus is different from us. We're focused on revenue, the bottom line, what's in my bank account, where they are concerned about getting brand deals. And okay, brand deals are nice, but we're not in business to get brand deals. Now, if you're going to get them, go ahead and get it. But we're going to focus on revenue marketing. What's in the bank account after all the expenses are deducted and everything, and what's left behind. So we want to increase that using social media marketing. Now, what is social media marketing exactly? So I'm going to give you a little breakdown of that. Let me get my notes. So social media marketing. We're using social media. It's the use of social media, the practice of using it to find and connect with your audience, number one. Okay? Find and connect with your audience because everybody's online. I got some data, I got some charts to show you, so hold on. Number two, build your brand. And we've talked about branding a lot here on this channel. Again, look in the description box below. There is a link to some of the other videos where I'm talking about branding strategy because you need to know that. Why do you want to build a brand? Because we're not here to get one sale. We're here to build a whole relationship, a customer journey where they are buying more than one product or buying from us constantly. So you want to keep that connection. That's called a relationship. Okay, so you got to build a brand to have that. And number three, drive revenue. We're using social media marketing to drive revenue. Okay, that's why you're in business. That's why you're on social media. It's not to, post pretty pictures or put quotes or that's great. There's a lot of stuff going on. And that's really why I'm talking about everything on this channel and it's to help you wade through all of that information, all of the trends, all of the things you need to know. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't even catch all of it. And that's what's so good about it. Now, to someone who's not used to that, you might go, it's overwhelming. It's too much information. I don't have time. Why? But see, that's why you come here to this channel, watch the videos, watch the discussions, see what I have to say, because I'm going to keep you up to date. So don't worry about it. I got you. We're going to talk about it here. Okay, so there's the truck noise. I'm in New York City, so there's the noise. Can't escape it. All right, so that's a little bit about what social media marketing is. Why for business owners? Remember, for business, social media is a lot of things to a lot of people, but to us, we are focused on business, building and growing the business using social media and online tools. Okay, all right. So, now the key to this to succeeding at social media marketing is yes, those are the three things that I talked about also, but you want to create content. You want to create authentic content that connects and reaches your audience. Why? Because you want to, as I said earlier, build a brand, which has to do with relationships, building a relationship. We all know about relationships. Once you give up on it or you kind of let it go by the wayside, what happens? Things fall apart. It doesn't work as it should. So that's one of the well, not arguments. I was going to say arguments, but one of the complaints, and I hear a lot of complaints from business owners about it's too much work. It takes too much time. It's this, that, and the other. But see, that's why I'm here to help you say, hey, make your plan, do the work up front, and then you don't have to worry about, well, I got to reinvent the wheel every day. No, you don't. If you got a plan, a strategy that's structurally sound, like a blueprint for a house, structurally sound, you build the foundation, and then build the house on top of that. You don't have to do that every time. Once you build the house, it's done. All you got to do is just well, okay, we want to change the walls, the color of the walls, we want to change the drapes, we want to change the kitchen, we want to do a little remodeling. But that's not building it from scratch. That's remodeling. That takes less time. So here, as a business owner, you want to use social media marketing. You want to use social media. Why? Because that's where the attention is. Everybody is there. Okay? You want to get your brand, your business in front of people who haven't been exposed to it before. And this is the easiest, the cost if I was going to say cheap, the cost effective way. Because before social media, what did we have to do to build our business? To get in front of a new audience. You had to advertise, right? Or you did word of mouth. But advertise meant that you had to run an ad, right? And where would you run this ad? Newspaper, radio, TV, billboard, direct mail, which direct mail is still around, believe it or not. But those options were very expensive for a small business owner. So you would have to, how am I going to get that? How am I going to get that budget to run that ad to get me new customers? Then comes social media, internet, and it's like, wow, it's no longer, okay, taking pictures of my food or taking a selfie or doing a lot of the little fun stuff. Yeah, social media is fun, but as a business owner, we're here to use that tool to make it work for us. Okay, so pre-internet, very expensive, kind of difficult, a lot of money. Here we are on the other side, social media. That's where everybody's hanging out. The attention is there. It's pretty, you can get in front of an audience while spending $1. But sometimes you want to give it a boost and you want to get on the fast track, the fast lane, so you might want to do paid ads. So remember this about social media with the content. So you're going to do number one, organic, which means that you are going to post information, post messages, create content, and we talked about that before. Look in the description box for the link. And that's what you're going to do. That takes time. Or you hire someone to do it, an agency or someone that's going to do that for you, and that's where you spend the money. So you're either going to do number one, time, or number two, money. Now on the second part of that, so you did organic is number one. Second part of that is paid advertising. It's the same thing as organic. You still have to make the content that attracts your target audience to make them want to buy your product or service. But this time you're paying like get tied up. You're paying the platform to put that content in front of more people. More people means what? More attention means, oh, I didn't know about your business. I need that product or service that you're offering. Wow, where do I buy? Ooh, that words sound, that's a golden sound. Where do I buy it? How do I buy it? Where's the link? So social media has brought all of that to closer to the business owner. So you're going to have to use social media marketing in order to have a strategy to optimize that platform, optimize that path to getting more customers. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. Back to the notes. Okay, so you need to create authentic content tailored to your audience's needs and interests. You need to track the engagement rate of that content using analytics, and then you use that data over and over. So that's basically it. You're going to create content, you're going to see what works, what doesn't. You're going to look at your analytics. Every platform has them, and especially if you're using the business tools, you're going to have access to the data. You look at that data and say, this piece of content work versus that piece of content. So that's my key to make more of the content that works. So that's really what you're using analytics for, to see if your efforts are working, how well they're working, and then to give you guidelines on what to do next. What you keep doing it, or let me change it because it's not working. So analytics is your guide for that. So we always want to look at the data. I love looking at the data. So I've got some charts for you. All right, so I want to, I talked about the content, the organic content, the paid content. Let me give you some numbers. All right, so let's look at the numbers. So internet use in the U.S. in 2022, and I got this from, I believe, Data Portal. I will put the, let me make sure. Okay, I'm going to put the correct citation for this chart and also the link in the description box, because I always like to cite my content where I get it from. I'm not pulling numbers out of the air. All right, so internet use in the United States of America in 2022, there were 307.2 million internet users in the United States as of January 2022. The United States internet penetration rate stood at 92% of the total population at the start of 2022. All right, so let's take a look at that. I believe in the United States, the total population, I think it's 330 million. Not sure that number. So Don't jump all over me because you're wrong. This is out of my head, but I will put the correct citation below. So, out of that, there were 307.2 million internet users. Now, this data, this statement isn't broken out by device, which there is information broken out by device. I will get that for you. And so that means 92% of the total population is using uh, social media. Internet. Well, at internet, not social media. This is internet, which involves a lot of other things. But if that's where 92% of the population in the United States is on the internet, don't you think that's where you should be as a business owner? Because if you're fishing, you want to be where the biggest catch is. So there's no argument there. Now let's look at social media statistics. So just a few. I'm not going to give you a lot. Social media statistics for the United States of America in 2022, there were 270.1 million social media users in the United States as of January 2022. Ooh, it's a lot of users. It's a lot of people. Um, Now remember, social media constantly expands, advances, it grows. I believe, global internet usage is like 90 something, in it like 98%. I think Europe is like 98%. I read a lot of charts and data. They all swirl up in my head, so I can't remember which one was which. I go a lot of data sources, so I will definitely make sure to put the correct citation so you can go see for yourself. But the site that I was on is saying the total number of social media users is expected to hit over 4.4 billion individuals by 2025. Total number, that means worldwide. That would be half of the world's population. Okay, I have a note. This is Statista, Statista. I will definitely put that one below. Don't worry, it'll be there. But 4 point, did you hear that? Let me repeat. 4.4 billion individuals using social media by 2025. It's 2022 now. So it's half of the world population. Okay, so let me throw some charts up real quick and let me show you this. Let's take a look at that. Overview of social media use. Now, this chart is for the United States. It is broken out by countries. We could talk about global use and everything, but this is by country. So, I want to show you. If you look at the top row, so number of social media users, I gave you that number, 270.1 million. Now, you see that little red clock in like two icons over, says average daily time spent using social media, 2 hours and 14 minutes. 2 hours. Average daily time spent using social media, 2 hours and 14. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to convince you. That's a lot of time on social media. The average. That's average. Some do less, some do more. That's a lot of time to capture, to be able to get in front of a new audience, new set of eyes, explain who you are, prove who you are, know, like, and trust, get them to trust you, build up a relationship, take them on the customer journey with your business to what? Sales, revenue, getting them to buy, which makes the business owner happy because that's why you're doing business. It's not a hobby, it's not a charity. Okay? So, this is one of the benefits. Now, I got another chart for you. Let's bring that one up. Oh, wrong chart. Let me see. Okay. All right, let's look at this one. Daily time spent with media. Okay? Time spent using the internet. That's the first icon. 7 hours and 5 minutes. Then it breaks out by television. Time spent using social media. We brought that one up. That was 2 hours and 14 minutes. Time spent reading press media. Look at that podcast. Time spent, that's on the bottom row, the blue icon. Time spent listening to podcasts, 58 minutes. Now, the year on year change, that means every year it changes. It went up 18%. So, podcasting, if you're thinking about it, there's your incentive. Now, back to time spent on social media. The year on year change was 5.5%. 5.5%. Okay? These are some good numbers. There's lots more data, but I'm not going to overwhelm you with it. I just wanted to bring that up and show you that the time spent online is increasing. The number of people online and getting online is increasing. Now, we might hit the saturation point soon, but we've talked again about people being online and things changing. And I mentioned Web 3.0. If you haven't heard that term, that means the next iteration or iteration of what we do online. Because the first one, Web 1.0, was blogs. Everybody had a blog, and it was static. Web 2.0 is social media. We're in it now. Web 3.0 is going to be, I'm not calling it the metaverse. Meta's calling that. It's going to be more interactive. It's going to be less of a public face. It's going to be more private communities and things like that. So that's why I always say you got to build your brand, build your plan to build your brand now, because when you do it now, when everything gets fractured and everything gets set into different communities, you'll be set. You'll have your people together. So you'll say, hey, come on over. We're going to Web 3.0. This is what's going on over there. And they'll know you, like you, trust you, because they did in Web 2.0, which is where we are now. The social media layer. These are all layers on the internet. Everything's a layer of the internet. So the next layer, you want to be able to say, hey, we're over here on the next layer, and you got your branding together, you got your messaging, you know how to talk to your people. Your target audience follows you because they know, like, and trust you. Okay? It's a fact. We don't even have to talk about that. All right, so let's get into some of these benefits. Now, one of them I just talked about was the know, like, and trust, which is increased trustworthiness and brand recognition. Now, why do you want to increase trustworthiness? Because we're talking the internet, social media. As each layer is put on, there's the opportunity for people to be scammed, for fraud, for negative things to happen. Okay, so if you're a brand, that's the first thing you want to do. Say, you can trust me, that I'm legit, that I'm going to deliver what I say, that my products do what they say, my service is going to give you the solution. And you do that by being online, presenting content that supports and reinforces that fact. They can trust you. So that's one of the things you want to do. And it comes along with brand recognition, which means that, okay, if I'm on Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you decide to go, that your brand is there. That's where you get the logos, the colors, the fonts, and this and that. And it also has to do with your values, what you're going to present, the way that you are. Are you serious? Are you funny? Do you do this? Do you do that? So they all recognize the way that you walk and talk online. That's what brand recognition is. They recognize you from what they see, what they hear, and how you speak. That's a part of getting to the trustworthiness of your business online. Okay? Because remember, there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on. Hackers, hate speech, lots of negativity that will turn some people off. All right? So remember this, just a note. During the consideration stage of the buyer's journey, I talked about the buyer's journey, 54% of social browsers check company social media pages. Okay, so you want to have a presence that's active, organic, and presents a consistent view of who you are as a business. That's the brand recognition. All right, so number 2, the benefits of social media marketing, being on social media for your business, it provides a direct line to your audience. direct. There's no middle person. There's no, okay, it's you. And if you're a small business owner, it really is you creating that content in the voice that you want for the brand. You're not pretending to be someone else. You are who you are. And that's one of the benefits, the keys of being a small business is that you have a closer connection to the audience online. You know, you can talk to them people to people, human to human, versus a corporation that talks in corporation speak, brand speak, la la la, and acronyms. No, you get on social media and not saying that you lay yourself bare, but you show that you're a human. There's a human voice behind the business, and that's just by getting out and doing a live or doing a selfie, or and we've got to really get over this issue of, okay, I don't want to do any live online. Well, you don't have to do it every time. Just do it once in a while so people know, oh, there's a face behind that business. There's a person behind that business. I talked a while back. I think it was last year. I had to find the video of this lady I found on TikTok, and she's an esthetician. And how she engaged everybody was she told stories about being in her business. So, providing spa services, waxing, different things like that. So she had a lot of, I don't know if they were funny stories, but a lot of interesting stories about clients. And then she wouldn't, no, she's not talking about them. She's just saying that, oh, when you come in to book this service, these are some of the things you need to keep in mind and do because these things have happened before. So she didn't really talk about clients per se, but it was just about the business of being an esthetician and some of the things, the stories that she saw day to day. So she told stories. She told stories. So if locally, if you're close to her locally, that kind of thing can draw you in to being a client or a customer. Because wow, she really knows her stuff. She's trying to be helpful, and she's increasing awareness of her business. So that's definitely one of the business benefits of being on social media. Okay. Now, this is the key. You got to realize that you're using, and say, especially TikTok, that she's not dancing and pointing on all the little dancing monkey things, the little dancing bear stuff that I like to, that you see. That's one of the excuses of, well, I'm not going to use TikTok because I'm not going to be a dancing bear. Well, she wasn't a dancing bear. She just told her story in a very engaging way as herself. So that's what I mean. Being yourself, putting yourself out front, and not having to do it all the time, but once in a while, your audience wants to see you. So think about it. Just consider that. All right. So that's providing a direct line to your audience. So it gives you the ability for customers to interact with you in real time. This can be a positive and it can be a negative. I'm not saying all of this is sunshine and lollipops and rainbows. It's just that this is one of the ways where if you want to grow quickly, you want to grow with what's happening today is social media. All right, number 3, you can this ties into the story I told about the lady on TikTok. Foster online communities and tell authentic stories. Okay? So this is why social media gives you a voice. It gives you a voice to directly talk to people, which is how a business is grown. If you had a brick and mortar, people would come into your store, right? Would you just ignore them? No, you say, hi, how are you doing today? What can I help you with? What are you interested in today? What's going on? What is there anything I can help you with? That starts a dialogue, a conversation. So that dialogue and conversation needs to happen online, and it happens with social media. Okay, so you want to tell authentic stories by getting that know, like, and trust, getting people to know you as a business owner, breaking the ice, building a relationship. And you have to think of it that way. Don't think of it as, well, I'm just going to post something because I'm supposed to post and I'm going to put a quote. Those kind of things don't foster any kind of engagement with your audience, which is what you want. Conversation drives engagement. So think about that. What's conversation? Asking questions, bringing up ideas, talking about your day, telling a story, not making up something. telling a story that happened to you. Hey, guys, I never told you how I got started, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you. Now, you can do it with video, you can do it with reels, you can do it with text only. You can put up a picture from when you first started. Say, hey, I want to share this throwback picture of when I started my business because blah, 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 blah. See how that is? And it doesn't have to be a long drawn, it doesn't have to be War and Peace. That's what's popular now. That's why TikTok is popular. It's like 7 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 90 seconds. Think about what piece of information, what message you can put in that small amount of time, and then think about how you can string it together as a longer story. You do little bits. Here's a bit, here's a piece, and then you put them on your profile, and then people watch one, and it's like potato chips. They want another. So that's why they call it snackable content. If you've heard that. All right. So that was number 3. Foster online community and tell authentic stories. That's one of the benefits. You want to have, stories. You want to build the community. You want to have a place where people are coming to see you and see the information that you have present, and you're giving out information that's helpful, so they're going to keep coming back. Use the storytelling. All right, number 4, staying on top of social trends or society trends. That's one of the benefits of social media marketing, of being on social media, is that you are able to look and see what's the lifestyle trends, what's the opinions happening, what's the habits. Because why? Those things change. Do we do what we did 20 years ago as a society? No. Things change. TV shows change. Sports changes. News, politics, all of that stuff changes on a daily basis. Social media has just shown the way that it changes so fast. That some people get overwhelmed because it changes so fast. But I'm just here to say that don't look at everything. You follow the lane. You get on the lane that you need to get on the path for you to grow your business by having the customer journey, having the target audience, all the things that I talked about before. Once you get on that lane, you're not going to look at everything else in the world. You're going to be concerned with that topic, with that lane, and you're going to carry your audience with you, and you're going to build that relationship to where they become customers. That's the deal. That's the deal. And number 5, I'm going to get to the last one. Social shopping. That's one of the benefits of social media and social media marketing. A lot of shopping is done on the phone. Used to be online. Before that, you had to go to the store. You had to go to the mall. You had to go to get what you wanted. And now, because of the situation that we're in, I'm not going to bring up the P word, is that we've discovered that everything can come to us. Especially if you're, you have remote work from home. People are working from home. They realized they didn't have to go in the office every day. That they could work from home, get things done, and then in the meantime, well, you have to eat. You have to do this. You have lots of services. All those things can come to you. All those things can come to you. And how do you find out about it? Social media, internet, being online, being connected, watching, listening for trends and the news and what's happening. Okay, so that's really popular now. So I again found this number. So the customer journey. So social media is ingrained with the customer journey. So 74% of consumers consult social media before making a purchase. 74%. It's a lot of people that say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this or buying this. Let me go to social media and see what they're talking about. What was it before? Oh, let me go to the newspaper, or there was an ad. Now it's like social media is that's where the attention is. So you want to be there with your content, with your ad, with your trustworthiness, with your I've got the solution to your problem. So you want to think about that. Okay, so social shopping is convenient. That's another reason why everyone's there. So you want to be there also. Okay, so that's it. And actually, that's five. So I could say five benefits of social media marketing for your business. Five. See, I had more, but I kept it short and sweet. All right. So, these are just some of the benefits. Some of the benefits. There's lots more, but these are the major ones that I thought would make good points and come across to where it makes sense for business owners to say, hey, you need to get on your path, get on your lane to where you're taking your customers with you, you're taking your audience with you. They want to come willingly. That's another thing. That's another benefit of social media marketing. They want to come willingly because why? Because you have something that they need or want. You're presenting it online in the right way they want to consume it. You're being authentic. You're telling storytelling. You're telling your story of who you are, who your brand is. Your brand positioning, your brand voice. We talked about those things before. So it's all important. This just think of it as ingredients. These are all the ingredients you want to put in and think about your plan when you're getting ready to use social media marketing. You're getting online, you're being online, you're saying, hey, I need to make the most of this tool to grow my business online. That's really what it is about. That's what it's about. That's what this channel is about. So that's why I looked at marketing strategies. I look at marketing tools and tips. We look at brand strategies. We talk about brand voice, brand positioning, all of those brand presence. All of those things work together in one unit to grow your business online. So you got to be informed. You got to keep up with the news. You got to be on top of what's happening with your. And here's another one. Another benefit: you can see what your competitors are doing, what your competition is doing, and you can either find a niche to fit in, or see something that opening where okay, this is a product or service that needs to be developed for my audience, and they're not doing it, so I'm going to do it. So you see how that works? There's another benefit. So I got to put six benefits. The six benefits of social media marketing. Okay, so there you have it, and I'm glad that you're watching, listening, getting the information that you need. And again, like I said, you want to get the information that you need to build a plan that's going to build your brand. That's the way to success. That's the way to grow your business online. Definitely with marketing. So you got to keep your eye on what's working, what's not. Make the most of your time online and make it work for you, because what are we concerned with as business owners? The bottom line. What's in my bank account? What kind of sales and revenue is happening with my business? That's the only reason why I want to be concerned with social media marketing and the next layer of what's to come. Okay, so thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.